Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the BenQ Showmatch. What's up, everybody? Here we are live on RoomOnFire.tv for the BenQ All-Star Showmatch. So we did one of these already. We did one of these before, and that was between Pro Gaming TD and Kaboom, South American Brazilian teams, actually. And it was a real pleasure. It was a real joy, actually, to get to watch them and actually get to see a bit of the South American play before we went into ESWC. That was when we actually did that first show match. But now we're back, and we're back for another one. So big shout-outs to BenQ, of course, for making it all possible. As you guys saw in that ad that just passed, that's the monitor that they all are talking about. It's the XL2430T. And it's the latest and greatest coming from BenQ. And I'm going to go ahead, and this is going to be ghetto, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys real quick the monitor in person. Because that's currently up. Actually, hold on, before I do that, I'm going to do this real quick. There we go. So we'll be able to put this here, but I'll move this around. And so you guys get an idea of the monitor. And there you guys can see me in the window as well. But the monitor that is in question is this one here. There we go. I finally got the cable loose. But it's the BenQ XL2430T, 2430 rather, T. Really sick monitor. There's a lot of things that actually happen with this one. And I've been using it for the past month or so. And it's been a real pleasure. It's been a real nice monitor to actually work with. Up to 144 hertz, as you guys saw. It's got gaming settings that you can mess around with as well. If you want to really get into the nitty-gritty, start messing around with all the settings, you can definitely do that with this monitor. And have a bunch of presets and everything as well. So if you're playing, very dark games, or if you're playing very light games, you get a lot of options with it. But there's all sorts of features that are basically highlighted, and you guys will see the ad again throughout the night, because this is going to be a best-of-3 show match that's going to be showing up now as my camera continues to wiggle. Stop it. It's going to be a best-of-3 show match tonight between two fantastic teams. As you all know, VP versus Mousesports, that's going to be the match of the night. And a best-of-3 on some pretty good maps as well. But I'm not going to be the only one commentating. I'm not going to be the only one here, because Anders actually cannot make it tonight. So we had to change things up somewhat. We had to change things up slightly, like basically come up with something new and fun to do. And that new and fun thing to do is going to be for Florin. My camera is not cooperating at all. Stop moving. Alright, there we go. It's the problem with moving it once, then all of a sudden it just doesn't want to behave. But okay, enough of that. Let's go ahead and bring it back over here real quick, and then we're going to bring it for Florin into the call. And I have to unmute.
You muted undo dear feed.
Alright, here we go.
You muted undo dear feed.
So, what's up, Fif? You here, man?
Hey, how's it going?
Not bad, man, not bad. Just got through all of the rigmarole at the start, take a look at the monitor. Totally pro production.
I saw it.
You like that, man? Dude, that's what it's all about. Because I don't have a second camera in here, so I was just like, okay, how can I actually do this? How can I make it work?
That's the way it should be. Like, it should be a little bit ghetto,
That's what I'm talking about, man, right? That's how it is. And you can see, I've been using it actually for the past month, and it's actually a pretty nice monitor. No lag, no bullshit with it. It's really just straight, perfect.
Yeah, it's really good actually. I have it. I think I have it here. Yeah, I also have it. And it's solid. I can't argue with that.
Yeah, well, we're going to be watching the game on that tonight, but I think everybody here, you're all here to tune in and watch the actual game. The game that we're all here to basically tune in and love. Dude, I'm so glad that we actually still have, the nip heads in the chat right now, because it's just, nothing but Fifth spam.
Oh, yeah.
What's up? What's up, chat? What's up, everybody? Fifth Lord is here. You guys can actually use the emote. Go nuts. Let's see here. We're going to go into this one. BenQ in-game. Bam. Perfect. And there we have it. Although...
am I too low?
No, you should be good. Am I going to have to turn you up a little bit? Turn up the fifth? Or should I turn myself down a little bit?
I just had to tune in to Twitch to see the fifth emotes, obviously.
Dude, of course. Come on. How can you not? Let's see. Add.
Whenever we were playing, I didn't have a chance to see it, so here's my chance.
There we have it. Sorry, just gotta check something real quick. Of course, you always forget one thing, right?
Oh yeah.
Alright, there we go. We're done. We're set. We're good. Everybody's seeing me adjust things on the fly live. And while this is actually here, I'm going to take advantage to take off my sweatshirt because I'm dying. Okay.
One more there. Is your room on fire?
It is, man. It feels like it. Dude, it feels like it. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
I gotta come up with some more stuff like that.
Dude,
Like, we need some more Room on Fire.
I have
What do we
faith,
call
man.
Jokes, but
I have faith. I have faith. You're gonna deliver, man. You're gonna have plenty of opportunities. There's lots of rooms on Mirage too, you know. So
oh yeah.
you know, you got all these opportunities to make jokes. It's great. I mean, let's go ahead and get into the nitty gritty here because we should be getting live any minute now. I believe it's just we're missing a couple of members from VP. So I think it's Snacks and Pasha that'll be joining up. Although I don't know if Pasha can actually make it for this show match. We may have a stand-in for Pasha, which is a little problematic for VP, seeing as how he's been playing so well for them, especially last night when they were able to actually win the King of Kings.
I actually watched both the games when we were playing against NIP and also versus Cloud9, and they looked extremely solid.
They're looking really good right now, are they not?
Yeah.
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah, for sure.
that makes you a little scared, really. It's just like, okay, is the Virtus Plow back online? Is it starting to come around?
Yeah, the only thing I was actually wondering before or yesterday is because I saw that they were gonna play Nuke as a third map versus NIP, and I'm just wondering is if they actually vetoed just because of DreamHack winner and they didn't want to show off, for example, let's say Overpath or Cobble or whatnot, or if they've actually practiced Nuke.
Oh, if they practice Nuke at all? Hold on.
I mean, it would be good. I was telling NIP the same thing when I was playing. You know, it's always good to at least have, if not all 7 maps practiced, then at least have 6 very solid maps, so you can actually veto maybe out of the opponent team's weakness. So you don't actually have to play the exact same maps every single time, because then all of a sudden, you know, you're not really gaining yourself an advantage that you may or may not have been given. So if they practice Nuke and they come in to DreamHack winner with a solid Nuke play as well, then yeah, for sure they're going to be extremely strong at DreamHack.
Oh, that's what we're all wondering right now. What's the level? Hold on, I'm going to drop myself down a little bit here on the mic, guys, so it should be a bit better for you all. But what's the level going into DreamHack, man? That's the big question on everybody's mind at this point. It's going to be madness. Like alright, getting into the flow again, it is going to be madness just because like the maps, everybody's going to be on such a high level, and basically to beat the team, like Fnatic, like you have to be at top tier on pretty much all maps. Like you need 6 maps that you can play really good on, or they're just going to trash you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? So, for example, when you play a team like Fnatic, when you know for a fact they don't play Nuke, then you don't want to come into that game not playing Nuke yourself, because you know that, you know, they will veto it anyway. So as long as you know a little bit about Nuke and, you know, the fundamentals about that map, then you can just save a veto for, let's say, another map that they're extremely strong on. For example, like, let's say Inferno. You know, veto Inferno from Fnatic and you pretty much remove one of their strongest maps.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's a good point. If not their strongest map, like flat out. I mean, they've had so many good results on that, right? So it's like statistically speaking, I guess, you know, if we're gonna steal some words from Thorin, it's pretty much, you know, the map to beat them on, and you just don't want to play them on it at all. I mean, of course, there was like this one team that managed to beat them every time on LAN, you know, in like really crucial series on that map, you know. But you know, apart from that.
Yeah, but it's gone to the point now. Like for whatever reason, the games I was watching, even during Fragment Masters, is that like Inferno, if you're playing a very strong team like Fnatic or say LDLC, you will notice that their T side isn't really that good. It's just that their CT side is so almost close to perfect. So it's extremely hard to actually get rounds on the board as T. So then you know why even take the gamble and play it when you, for example, you know, practice another map and just come into that series if you end up playing them, maybe beating Inferno and increasing your odds.
Yeah, get an odd map out. I mean, I think it's still going to be... Now, what we're all still wondering about is what kind of veto system are we actually going to have for DreamHack Winter? Is it going to be Gamescom all over again with the triple... Basically with the random map selection in a best of 3 at the end?
I think so. I don't think they're going to change anything because... Well, I haven't heard anything, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be the exact same veto system as they used in Cologne. And, you know, especially for when I was playing, that was actually a pretty decent veto system for us, because it actually forces people out of their comfort zones.
Yeah, exactly. And when it comes down to teams like you, like Fnatic, you know, guys who are so versatile in all the maps, that kind of plays into your hands. Well, that was definitely something we talked about going into the whole thing, was just how teams like yourselves were just going to be able to destroy people, no matter how it panned out. I mean, Cobble, man. It's all about Cobble, right?
Yeah, but I mean, but that's the thing, right? And people are saying that, you know, NIP only won Cologne because of Cobble. Maybe so, but then again, you know, it's up to all the teams to actually practice all the maps. So when you come into a tournament, especially when you know it's a little bit of a random draw, then you can at least play all the 3 maps, or all the 6 maps, since you can always veto 1, right? In the best of 3s, there was 1 veto, and then you picked, and then the 3rd one was the decider.
Well, that's the whole, like, basically you have to be able to play 6 maps at a top level.
Yep. Exactly.
You get that one veto.
Because look at Navi, for example. They lost. They lost in Cologne because of Nuke, right? And that's the reason why I'm talking about. Like, practice more. Like, because they came into the tournament with 5 maps prepared. The other 2 maps that they had, they never played. And then they go out of the tournament. I think it was like 16-14. Was it not that game?
Yeah.
And let's say that you just spent like 1 or 2 days prior to the tournament just playing a little bit of Nuke. I'm pretty sure they would have won that game.
I'm pretty sure that that's not going to happen again. Because have you seen Navi now play on Nuke?
I've seen. I was talking to them at the ESWC, and they were actually extremely proud of themselves. They're like, yeah, did you watch our Nuke game? I was like, yeah, I watched it. I was like, yeah, we're best team Nuke right now.
Dude, I love that you talk to them, really. You talk to them after it, they're just like, yeah, we just play CT, and we only do standard. T-side, we kind of just do whatever. I'm like, great, man. Like, that's the approach to take. Not, who cares about T-side? It's all about just having a solid CT side. That's the underlying core strategy for Navi on Nuke.
Oh yeah, I mean, as long as they could do well on CT, it doesn't really matter, right?
They don't really, exactly. But
when
I just love.
They just run around.
I just love that it was like, I was all like, okay, did you actually like, put any kind of work into your T side? You know, get some standard strats, anything like that? And they're just like, nope. We just focused on CT and then did whatever on T, and it worked out. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, because they're playing like teams that's not really accustomed to Nuke either. So it's like it's an odd matchup, since you know when you're watching it, especially when you're a team that actually plays Nuke for yourself. Then you're watching these teams that hardly play Nuke, and you're wondering what goes through their minds when they're calling this tactic, or when they're calling this strat, or you know what they choose to do. Is like
nothing.
Like they wouldn't be able to get away with it if they played a team that actually practiced Nuke just a little bit.
Let me see. Apparently they're asking to start right now. What's going on? Are we delayed for some reason?
First I thought they were waiting for us because we're talking so much.
Oh, I think we're just waiting on everybody. Hold on, I'm gonna check real quick something. Go already. Just putting it out there that we're ready. We're ready to go. Okay. Well, it shouldn't be. It should just be a couple more minutes here, guys. Team flags. They need to update the team flags apparently, and that's an admin thing, so they're going to be getting that sorted out fairly soon here. Not really sure which flag you would go with, apart from I guess like the European Union flag for Mousesports, seeing as how they're pretty much from everywhere, like all under the sun. How do you communicate on that team? It's all about secondhand English.
If you look at their players, they don't even need to talk.
Let's see what you did there, dude.
I actually don't even have to make a comment post that.
Oh, this is pretty good. Hold on.
Everyone knows what I'm talking about.
Are we actually waiting on somebody right now? Now the players are taking breaks. Okay, this is the point we've reached. Now the players are taking a break.
Yeah.
Did you watch the Redemption movie that just came out?
I was halfway through it.
Yeah, so was I actually. I was just managed to get some food before we started, and I was sitting there watching it. I was getting goosebumps all over again, man.
Well, that's the one thing I learned when I watch 3 days movies, especially the long ones. You know, you want to take your time. You want to be comfortable. Like I did just now, a pause in the middle. That's not something you want to do. But since I had to come and cast, you know, I figured just do half first, and you know, get a good feeling for Counter-Strike again, and then just half later when we're done casting this game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly right. Just like get a feel for CS again, cause I'm hearing that WoW expansion's pretty good. You digging it?
I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't played. No, but yeah, okay. I've been spending quite some time in the World of Warcraft.
I mean, I've barely resisted the urge, man. Now I'm about to have a week where I might not feel guilty about playing another game, you know. So maybe I'll get in with you or something like that. We'll throw down.
I mean, the way that I see it is, right, for the people that's been playing WoW before, this is how I say every expansion is that you have to try it, right?
Yeah, you
You
try
at
it.
least have to try it. If you don't like it, okay, that's fine, but you have to try it. And so far, I mean, I've been playing all the expansions, and this is probably the one of the better expansions that I've played so far.
Apparently, it's supposed to be like everybody seems to be going crazy about it. Like they've really done a good job. So I mean,
They have.
hell,
I mean,
man.
they had some issues in the beginning of launch, like the first 2-3 days, but today and yesterday, at least for me, there were no problems, and I could just play however much I wanted.
Yeah, that's the thing. You just gotta have a little bit of time. I was actually, man, I felt so good today though because I just got to play some matchmaking, like sit down and really play some matchmaking. And I know it sounds weird because everybody's always just like, no, matchmaking is horrible. You don't play matchmaking, but matchmaking is cool, man. I had a blast. That's what I did with my day. I was just like, yeah, gotta play games.
Matchmaking is fun if you actually win, and if you don't play versus a cheater.
Yeah, I won on cash, and then I got 2 back-to-back Inferno ties, man. I tell you, the pain was real. Like after 11-4 CT finishes, that's the thing, man. It's like CT side now. It doesn't matter the map. CT side, you're gonna do solid on. You're gonna be all right. But then when it comes to T side, jeez, it's pain, man. It's agony. 11-4. We couldn't get 5 rounds.
That's what I'm saying as well. I was telling, I think I was telling Thorin during 5 Masters. It's this meta of, or this stage of CS:GO right now is very CT dependent, and if you have 2 really good teams playing each other, for example, it's always going to be like, you know, 11-4, 12-3, even on almost all the maps, since they are all like very CT-sided, and then it gets really boring because, you know, for example, well, let's say it's 11-4 to that one team, and let's say that they do manage to come back, the other team. It's not really a comeback. I mean, it is a comeback, but since the maps are so CT-sided right now, it's not even fun. It's different, for example, if you end up getting like 7 or 8 T rounds on, let's say, Inferno versus a really good team, and then the other team actually comes back and actually wins like 16-14. Then we have, you know, that's a solid game. That's a good comeback.
That is like the struggle, basically. If you can do that on T side now. But that's when you have to really start wondering, like, ooh, when teams just demolish. Like yesterday, we had a couple of situations where VP were able to just rack up rounds on their T sides, and you're just thinking, okay, then, well, there's their start, right? And I know, well, actually, no, it's not even rubbing salt in the wound anymore. I'm sorry, man. It's rubbing salt in the wound in another way, I guess. But they did kind of trounce Nip last night.
Well, yeah, I completely agree. I was watching the game, and I mean, they got the pistol, which is, you know, it's great because that's 3 extra rounds on the board if you don't lose the anti-eco. And then they just kept on rolling, and that's the start that you need in order to get more than 4 or 5 T rounds on almost any map nowadays.
I love it. Admin can't read chat. Chris J, thank you, man. Alright, well, we should be getting into the knife round until it was aborted, guys, so apologies. We should be getting started any time now. I feel like we're taking a stroll down memory lane, man, in more ways than one, because, you know, we're 20 minutes past the hour, and we're almost ready to start this game. It feels like we're also used to matches actually starting on time now, that you forget that for a long time, you started 20 minutes late with pretty much every match. There was nothing, like, on time didn't exist. If
the game was set to 7, then you start at 7:30. That's like a given. Like, well, everyone knows that. It's like a hidden rule.
Right? That was so fun too, because like if we actually started on time, people would show up in the chat and be like, "Wait, what? You know, how many rounds are we in? What is this? The first map?
Is it live?
Is it live? Yeah, like you just expect at least a 15-minute grace period." Oh, well, we got movement on everybody here. Okay, cool. So I think we're into it, guys. I think this is it. It's real. Mousesports versus Virtus.Pro in the BenQ All-Star Show Match, best of 3, starting on Mirage. And now we get into the knife to see who's going to be starting on which side. That Fifth, when it comes down to both of these teams, do you think it's going to make a big deal who gets to start on which side?
On the first map, I'd say that actually it's a big deal because, you know, it's the first map of the day, especially in the best of 3. You want to get, you know, a good start. So I'd say on the first map, it matters a slightly bit more than, for example, if you lose a knife on the second map or whatnot. But when it comes to like a team like Virtus.Pro, that's, you know, they're notoriously good on Mirage, and I don't think it really matters for them.
No.
But you know, they got the chance to start CT now, so.
Oh, I'm glad to actually, I'm actually glad to have you here because, you know, one thing is, you know, it's like Mousesports. We always talk about Mousesports on Mirage as well, and this being one of their sickest maps. Like, where do you actually rate Mousesports on Mirage? Do you put them up there with the likes of VP, Fnatic, the big teams?
Online, I would say yes.
Okay.
I wouldn't really put them up there when it comes to like an international tournament, since I think they've proven again and again that they have difficulties closing out games at events.
That's valid. That's valid. But we'll talk about online sports right now, and they do seem to be in pretty good positions. Although Pasha, he's gonna rack up 2 kills already. They tried to go for an A split. They do manage to get the bomb out, but then Bialy's still alive in CT, so the pressure is going to be here from VP. They can just constantly stop this plant from going down. Legia gets denied, and this is pretty much lights out here for Mousesports. Alu's the only man alive, crouching in the corner. Doomed!
It was extremely good CT pistol from Virtus.Pro, actually. Took control of the middle, they got the 3 guys there, and it doesn't really matter if they have A site, you know, retaking A with 4 or 5 people versus 2, it's not, I was gonna say it's not that hard, but you know, they executed well. It was a good round.
Yeah, it really seems like a lot of, you know, basically smart call having the stack in mid. They did manage to adjust in time, but when it came down to it, they landed the shots. And at the end of the day, that's what really makes it happen. Although Pasha, man, he's gonna drop dangerously low. Not able to pick up a single frag either, though. Tabson and Kerrigan both get dropped fairly low themselves. Taz has to step in now and do the job. Daddy Taz. I mean, you got like 2 dads on this team. Not really, but you kind of do, sort of.
Taz counts as a dad for Virtus.Pro.
As far as I'm concerned, he's definitely a dad, man. He's hairy enough to be one.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that and, well, then Pasta's like the actual dad. So, you know, that works out too. But this is looking like a pretty straightforward cleanup round. Pasha does get caught in the end, so VP can't be too pleased about that. They do manage to recover the M4, though, so it's not the end of the world. And as far as VP are concerned, they should be looking pretty steady right now. Mousesports, though, no plant for them, so this is going to be another round of pain, pretty much.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised, because they chose to eco on their first anti-eco, and they chose to buy now instead. Even though it's just pistols, it's a bit odd, actually.
What is that? Does that ring alarm bells for you?
No, I mean, because normally, you know, you buy it, let's say you lose the pistol and you don't get a bomb plant, you want to buy on the second round, because chances are that the team that won the pistol would just buy, let's say, shit weapons or mag 7s and whatnot, and if you just long distance them with pistols, you might get, you know, a few cheap kills and you might actually win the round. But if you buy pistols on the second eco, then they will have money enough to buy, you know, all their nades, all the armor and whatever, and it's going to be even harder to win the eco.
Sure. Valid.
So I actually thought they would just save and just buy, even though they may not have afforded like an op on Alu and AKs, just to buy, because, you know, Virtus.Pro still had mag 7s and stuff.
Now, what do you think about the double op T side? This is pretty much like the Mousesports go-to strat. They see this as their strat, like T side double op will make it work.
Well, they have 2 really strong offers. I mean, Alu is a great offer, and Chris J as well. So when you have 2 really strong offers, and I think that it actually benefits you with running 2 ops. Just spread out and just try and get some picks.
Yeah, Snack's playing a little bit more aggressive than he had to there. Underpass gets caught, although maybe the odds of him getting out of there in one piece, not too good. Still, Chris J will find the entry on Bialy on this A site. That's Bialy gone from CT, down to Neo now holding from Electric, but he's only got 20 HP. So this is actually looking kind of touch and go here for VP. They're getting picked apart.
Yeah, and now they're very spread out as well, VP. They have 1 on pretty much each side, and now it's just a picking game for Chris J.
Yeah, I'm looking at Chris right now. He's going to miss that shot, surprisingly enough. Neo, however, will not miss his, and he gets a good spray down there, so does manage to slow it down somewhat, but this is still going to be an A play eventually for Mousesports. They're going to be able to walk up onto this site pretty much unhindered.
Yeah, just get the bomb down now. I mean, Neo is very low. I have a hard time seeing that he's going to hold a site from 3 angry Mousesports players, whereas Taz is just starting to rotate from B now.
Yeah, now the game is up. They know that he's here. Neo, 20 HP on him. He's holding a pretty nice angle, though. Tabson, however, is going to bait him out. I'm kind of curious to see if he's actually going to be able to do anything here, because it's actually going to be the double stack from CT. VP Taz, he's rotating in as well. Gets tagged by Alu down to 13. Tabson going to get rid of him. And Mousesports in their first buy round, they actually make the double op work.
Yeah, and you can see like it's doing work. As Alu, you know, the only thing when you have two ops, you want to spread out, you want to try and get some picks. And Chris J just pushed apartments. He got two, he got one off the bat, and then he got another one. And then Alu as well, just cleaning it up.
Yeah, that's the power of Chris J. I think that's what you want to say. It's 100% VP, but there's still got to be like that 10% where Mousesports can upset, because Chris, Alu, both of those guys, it's just so goddamn scary.
Especially on a map like Mirage as well.
Well, curious to see how things are going to pick up here. Mousesports is going to start pushing up onto the site. Standard smoke round from them. Bialy, however, holding the crucial position alive on this A site for a little while longer. He gets flanked out by Legia, though, and that's going to be the end of his journey. Rest of VP just kind of gathering up now. They should be going for the retake here, and they are playing it fairly patiently. Although Neo has the opportunity to get 1 and 2. Really nicely done there by Neo.
Yeah, the smoke just faded when they were just about to plant, and I think there was a little bit of misplay by Mousesports. They should just rush the plant right away, so they had time to actually get proper positions.
Agreed. This is really rough, and now they're going to get flashed into oblivion. Legia trying to take the shot. It's not meant to be. Alu gets a 6 shot on Neo, but now there's no real chance of him actually stopping that plant from happening.
No, he should have just saved himself there. He already knew that they were defusing the bomb, and two people were just aiming at him, waiting for him to come out, and he was low already as well, so just try and save the weapon there. They can still buy if they want to, but I mean, it's an op, and he had armor, so that's 5.7k down the drain. Yeah,
it's just gone. And look at how Mousesports is just going to keep up the aggression right now. They don't want to let VP get comfortable with their money. They really are going to start putting on some pressure with a big buy of their own. Double Shrek 9, CZ, and double rifle. This might as well count as a buy round here from Mousesports.
Yeah, and they're doing the same round again. So as long as they get the bomb down a little bit faster now and get proper positions, they can actually win this round.
Alright, well, Bialy's not long for this world. Neo once again on the wrong side of the smoke. That's debatable. I may consider it the right side. But he's going to get flanked, actually. And this is all over the place. Taz manages to pick up Legia from short, and now it's just the actual aggression coming out here from Chris J into CT spawn. He's got the Tech 9. He's just going to be holding this angle. This is dangerous. Exactly why. That range with the Tech 9, you shoot so fast and you do so much damage versus armor. You come around that corner and Chris has got that gun, he's going to light you up.
Oh yeah, and you saw there as well, they did this exact same strat, except they actually took over CT spawn now, and they actually got the bomb down a little bit faster, so they actually got into really good positions, and it's actually extremely hard then to retake the site. Yeah, so it was a really nice round by Mousesports, especially since they were on. It was a full buy, but obviously they had 3 with pistols and only 2 AKs.
Oh, that was really nicely done. I really like the turn of speed, and also Chris J. You know, Chris J's positioning. You're right, man. Getting into CT spawn, it's something that we have seen Mousesports do in the past. And them just, I mean, it cuts off that rotation. VP, if they're just a second late on it, Chris J getting into that position makes it so that they can't actually go back there again. And look at this. Once again, they're going to go for the play. They're going to go for that smoke round, the same very one. The very same one, rather.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to have that mentality. Just keep on, if you win a round, or if you're close to winning a round, just do it again. And if it works, and then just do it one more time. If it doesn't work, then it's fine. But just keep on running the same strat until it doesn't work again. Because you may not know, like, Virtus.Pro might not have an answer for this round, for example, and then it's easy rounds.
I'm looking at Taz right now. Taz with the CZ. He's on the edge of the smoke. Spots out Tabson, gets a free kill there. Snacks finds the headshot as well. And Pasha, he's still got his AWP that he saved from the last round. He's looking towards the apartments. Alu is currently crouched in the corner, just hoping against hope that he's going to be able to hold this. The bomb has not actually been planted here, and that's the big difference for Mousesports. They're pinned down, and they don't have the bomb plant to go with.
Yeah, that was the main difference between this round and the previous round. They didn't get the bomb plant, and then all of a sudden it crumbles. VP can rotate back, and you know they can take over the site, and you basically just need to hold off the bomb so it doesn't get planted.
They're just, I mean, exactly. They're holding these positions. One CT. They're actually, it looks like they are taking up positions now to make sure that Mousesports can't rotate around on them. This is the one kind of mind game that Mousesports can go for right now, is that if they keep quiet, VP will get a little confused, but Pasha's managing to come back in time. And this is going to be Bialy peeking out from CT. He gets caught immediately by Alu, though. Sick positioning there until Pasha decides to get into the fray. I'm curious about Alu now, if he's going to be able to actually turn this around for himself. He's crouching on the corner there. He has been spotted out, I believe. Snacks is going to get caught. Now it's all down to Pasha. And he's not going to hit that shot. Triple kill for Alu, and he holds the site. Saves the day.
Yeah, it was a really good from Alu, and Mousesports actually did that really good as well because they backed up. So VP thought that they might have backed up to B, and then he just went to A again. And there was only one guy in CT spawn and one guy up middle. So once they got the CT spawn guy and they got the plant, then all of a sudden it's a 2 versus 2.
Mousesports, Alu in particular, man, he had that positioning. Bialy needed to have the sickest headshot, instant headshot, to be able to stop that plant from happening, and it just did not. Alu was way too quick. That was, after all, however, like a semi-eco round coming out of VP, though, so they still have to be pretty pleased. I mean, they kill 3 guys from Mousesports. It's not a bad, or they kill 4 guys, rather, but it's not a bad situation for them.
Oh yeah, for sure not, but you don't want to, even though it was close, I mean, if you're actually going to lose a round, then yeah, it's good to actually kill as many people as possible, but you don't want to get the map running away from them. I'm not really sure how much, how many T rounds you actually need on this map to be safe, but I'm guessing a little bit over 5 would be actually terrific.
Agreed. And if Mousesports get that, they have a terrific CT side as well, so it's going to be really tough for VP. But Mousesports, again, going to this A site. They've got all the nades this time around. Taz with some good spray control, however, and some great damage. Gets 2 kills. That actually stops this push cold. Tabson is going to be the hero, and he actually manages to pick up that kill, although it took him quite a while to do it. And now this is all about Snacks, who's been pinned down in connector. Finds a sick headshot on Alu, though. Turns it into a 1v2, and both of them are so very low on Mousesports' side. This is definitely doable here for Snacks.
Oh yeah, he can easily win this. It's 1 shot on each player.
Yeah, it's going to come down to the coordination from Mousesports if they can peak together. Make that 1v2. Basically make that man advantage count. Snacks Hour is just going to run right out onto the site. He's not wasting any time. Chris J, is he going to be able to get here fast enough? Snacks is holding down on this. Snacks has got it.
Oh my god.
Incredible.
That should not have happened. Let me say that. Like, that
Are you going to put your foot down? You're going to put your foot down?
No, I'm just saying,
nope.
like, they know that there was a bad plant. You had one guy in CT at CPL house, so he can't even see the bomb, and then you have Chris J, I think it was, running down slope, just hiding. There's no way you're gonna have time to run back and kill that guy before he has time to defuse.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. I don't know if Snacks, I mean, Snacks definitely threw a chance to the wind, and he was just like, okay, I'm gonna go for it, right? Pros don't fake. But yeah,
I think that he thought that he didn't have another choice. I mean, since you don't know how much HP they have left, for all he knows, they might have had 100 HP. So then just go for a gamble, just try and defuse, especially when the plant itself was kind of bad. So and it paid off.
Oh, we're looking at Pasha right now. Pasha, look to your right. I think he missed the opportunity. I think Legia backed out of the smoke there. Pasha could have been catching him. Pasha, is he gonna have it? The smoke is gonna clear. No, he misses it. Oh no, Pasha, how?
Did that just happen?
That just happened, man. Taz, though, gets a double, and Alu steps out of the apartments and takes off Neo's head. But Pasha, he's got to be kicking himself. That's one of those. Okay, do you ever get that feeling where, you know, you should have a kill 100%, 100%? Like, there's no chance of you missing it. And, of course, that's when you're going to miss it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Do you feel that pressure
like
a little bit?
Especially when you're trying to kill someone from behind. That's the most difficult one. If he was aiming for him right away, I'm pretty sure like Pasha would have killed him. But when you have like, okay, he's not even looking at me, it's like an easy kill. When you don't kill him on the first shot, then you get stressed. You're like, oh damn. And then all of a sudden he turns around 180 and kills you, and then obviously you're gonna be pissed.
And of course him, it's like, you know, every time they do the 180 they get the instant headshot or something.
Yeah.
You're just like, of course the guy is gonna react with the, you know, just the aim of a god. Oh man, that is pain right there. Mousesports have got 4 rounds on the board now. Not really good money, but they've actually put VP into a double eco situation. This is bad news bears for VP right now. This is not a good situation for them to be in.
Yeah, and I gotta hand to Mousesports. They're playing well. I mean, they're winning these like clutch situations where, except for that one round that Bialy diffused, but the other rounds, you know, now they're on a save, so it should be two easy rounds as well, giving them 6 rounds in total.
Yeah, and 6 rounds is actually very good for Mousesports. They do have a pretty solid Mirage CT side, but their T side already is proving to be pretty good. This is definitely starting to get into danger town here for VP.
Oh yeah, for sure. And one thing Mousesports is doing good now, they're taking their time. You know, they're just clearing everything just to be safe, so they don't lose an eco round, which would be a mess, since obviously it's 3 rounds basically. And they're doing it good now. Their anti-eco looks solid.
Oh, Oh, Bialy, USP. I don't think they even know. They have to realize. I mean, where is this last guy? I'm waiting for Kerrigan to run up on the steps because Legia's managed to pick up snacks. Kerrigan runs up there. What? And Kerrigan hits that shot. He had 22 HP and Kerrigan gets that shot. What is going on?
Yeah, it was a pretty good anti-eco. And now, yeah, VP they actually decided to buy a little bit of scout at least. Just because I think that they're feeling as well that the rounds are running away from them, and they need to start getting some rounds on the board.
I agree. This is definitely that situation here. Pasha is going to go ahead 1-for-1 trade. Chris does manage to pick off Neo, but Bialy somehow gets behind them in the smoke. That doesn't work out. Pasha now needs to find the angle on Alu, but the smokes are going to go down to block him off, and there's nothing he can really do to stop this plant from happening. Oh, but Taz with the backstab actually top mid will find a gun to use. So this isn't too shabby here. He's got he's got.
Well, they don't have a kit, so they're not going to go for this one. They're just going to try and save the weapons that he got, and you know, build up their economy a little bit.
Yeah, that's going to be the name of the game. I mean, if Taz can stay alive with that Kevlar and the AK, that's actually a pretty good situation for him. And he doesn't even need to invest in the helmet next round because he knows that Mousesports are going to have AKs, that they're not going to be skimping with Galils or anything.
Yeah, exactly. So then, again, you're saving a little bit more.
That's a smoke, man. That's a smoke. It's almost 2 flashes right there, that helmet. It's expensive, man. Keeping your head intact.
He actually did buy a helmet. And the thing is, since he lost armor, he had to spend like a full 1k to actually buy the helmet as well. So, but he could afford everything else as well. So I'm guessing he didn't want to take the gamble of a Glock hitting you in the face.
Well, we're gonna see.
Same round again. That's worked wonders for Mousesports so far.
Yeah, look at that. I mean, it makes this perfect line across the site. This time around, however, VP are actually in pretty decent positions. Bialy, we're going to be looking at Bialy and Neo now. They're going to be the point guys here for VP, well within the range of the smokes. Bialy, however, he's just in the perfect position. Gets a triple spray, stays alive as well. Alu gets caught by Pasha, and this is now Bialy's round pretty much. Chris will finally annihilate him. Chris actually doing big damage. Manages to take out Snacks as well, but this is a 1v2, and this should be unwinnable for him. That nade is going to finish it, and VP, they make the right call in the end with that positioning.
Yeah, it was a good read by VP. They knew that, you know, for every weapon round we buy, they've done their smoke round on A, so let's just stack A. So I think they had 2 guys in connector or in the mid area and 2 guys on A, and it paid off.
Let's see, now it's going to be Neo actually going mid with Pasha. Is he going for an underpass push again? No, it's going to be a mid push this time. Okay.
I like this.
Yeah, this is
some
a good
pressure
change.
on Mousesports.
Oh, flash to clear mid, however. Tabson, is he going to realize? No, he will not. Neo gets caught out in the open, though. That really is a bit of a do-or-die position. Taz, going to be a second too late,
nice
but Kerrigan is hitting shots left and right. That's 3 headshots for him in a row.
Yeah, and really good round by Kerrigan.
It's the Kerrigan show. Now I'm curious if Alu's going to be able to spot Bialy. Bialy knows. Bialy turns away.
Oh, God.
What just happened? I don't even know.
I'm not sure. I don't think Alu saw him, and then as he was walking out, Bialy just started looking again.
This is just like stand and fight sort of moment. But this is really bad for Mousesports now, for their money, for everything, because they're gonna really lose a lot of their momentum. All that hard work, excuse me, going into the eco rounds, trying to get some kind of money back. It's just not happening here for VP. They're going to be right back in the bottom of the hole.
Yeah, it's a shame that aggro round didn't pay off for them, but I actually think there was a good call made by VP to actually put some pressure on Mousesports. Because if they, for example, did their A round again and VP took over middle, then they would have known off the bat, and you know they would have one guy that's super fast that's gonna come flag them.
Yeah, put somebody through T-spawn. Is that it?
Yeah, exactly, and I think it was a little bit of a shame because Pasha actually missed a few shots that he probably shouldn't have. If he had landed the first shot onto, I think it was Kerrigan actually that survived the longest. If Kerrigan would have just died by Pasha, then I think they would have won that round. But instead, he misses the shots, he starts spraying. Kerrigan comes and kills the guy in mid first, and then Pasha right off straight after, and then Taz comes out a bit late from catwalk, and he instantly gets shot to death as well.
Yeah, that was a bit late, actually. You would think that they were going to peak all together, like have that double It's something that Fnatic love to do as well. Titan feels like that's starting to become like a go-to strat. Right,
yeah, if you get mid pressure or if you get the mid control, then
Neo is not interested in playing around though. He's gonna tell him to sit down. That nade is gonna come in from Alu though, from A Apartments. That's gonna open things up. Still double hold here on the A site for VP. They've got Bialy and they've got Pasha in position to deal with this push when it comes through. But Tabson, this isn't where the action is. It's all about the B site right now. And Snacks, who's just shutting them down. Double headshot for him, does the trick. And Mousesports, they're going for that shifty business again, making it look like it was going to be an A play, but then just trying to fake out for B.
yeah, it was a good call that Mousesports made, but it's just that obviously Snacks is probably one of the best B holders in the game at Mirage, so yeah, he locked it down.
I did like how Mousesports, well, I did like actually Mousesports, you know, going forward and actually trying to get aggressive over there. But that was another force buy out of VP. So it seems like VP, they are able to win in these scenarios that are just pretty much saving their halves.
Oh yeah, and especially for this round as well, they need to win this round, and they got the entry, so it's looking good. Just as to say that, they lose too.
You'll learn, man. You gotta be careful about that. The curse is real. Oh. Tez, however, on the site, getting kind of caught in the crossfire here. Gonna be very awkward.
This is actually really good for Mousesports, because Alu actually took over the whole A side, because VP rotated everyone to B.
And Bialy still thinks that this is going to be a B play.
Yeah.
Bomb is about to get planted. It's on the other side of the map, and look who's lurking. Alu!
Are we gonna see a knife? No.
No! He was thinking about it for a second. But then you didn't see the Tabson scenario yesterday, man. It's like, if you're gonna, just make sure you get the kill. Make sure you end it. Don't risk it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I saw, because they were playing versus Cloud9, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think I saw the first half when they were playing on Dust 2.
Ah, okay, okay. There was a golden opportunity for Tabson, and he tried to be greedy, you know, walk around behind them, right, like Snacks does all the time. Except that, you know, Tabson isn't Snacks, and Tabson just gets shot in the face. It was a pretty awkward moment. Man, now we go into the second half here. Mousesports in the lead already. Just a phenomenal performance on the T side to give them a huge lead, pretty much. A huge edge. You know, when we're talking about how CT-sided all these maps are these days, this is a big start for Mousesports.
Yeah, and this is a very fast round for Virtus.Pro as well, rushing into A.
Oh, God.
They had one smoke and one flash, which is used to smoke off CT spawn with.
Yeah, perfect time. Perfect timing, but we are into it again here, and this is going to be now Taz planning the bomb, actually. He's going to take this fight as well. Alu trying to rotate in. Not going to happen. It's all down to Bialy now, 1v2. He's just got to hold this site. He's got to hold this bomb, but they've spotted him out. They know exactly where he is, and they're going to face him together. Well played there at the end by Mousesports, just coming at that fight together along, playing the man advantage well.
Oh yeah, for sure, and they actually shut him down when they were rushing as well. Like, VP had 5 men actually rushing up the A ramp, trying to get a hold of the control of A site, and they just kept on losing men.
Not a whole lot to go with apart from just straight run and gun from VP trying to play the plow. Except they ran out of gas pretty much. And that's an awkward situation.
Yeah. And this is something that I actually don't like that teams do. When they get the bomb plant, you just save 1 round and get proper weapons. Instead of buying full. Even though you have armor and nades and everything, you don't have any rifles. Yeah, sure, the pistols right now are strong, but if you end up losing this round, you're gonna have to save twice anyway.
Yep, that's a good point. It's the straight up aggression. It's the aggressive tactic. VP have made it work in the past, but now they've used up all their nades to take this site, and they don't even have it yet because there's still a man alive here. Kerrigan himself ready to hold it down, gets the good spray on Snacks. Can't quite find the angle to stop that bomb plant from happening though. Now this starts to get a little bit interesting here. This gets a little tricky. Because where do they set it up? Neo is going to find Tabson trying to push forward, but Chris J coming in through CT is going to get taken out by Taz. Great P250 work here by Taz. He sets it up for Leggy as well, but he can't land the shot. What is happening? Oh, I'll tell you what happened.
That was close.
Taz made the mistake of picking up an M4A1, and everybody knows an M4A1, the only reason that guy died is because he ran out of bullets with it.
Yep.
Never pick up an M4A1.
No, but sure, okay. So when you do a round like that, and if you don't win it, again, they got the plant down on the pistol round, they also got the plant down now. They still can't buy. So what happens? Yeah, they buy the pistols again and they try the same strat.
This is some Cloud9's level stuff right now. This is some I buy power play. The VP, did they get corrupted at ESWC by the North American teams? It feels like it.
Maybe, but I understand what they're trying to do, because you know they killed off a lot of Mousesports members, and if they win this round, they know that Mousesports gonna have to save. It's just that if they keep on losing rounds like this, then they're not gonna have any economy.
Alright. Well, this is already a bit of a bumpy start here. Tabson is going to be the man taking a fight with Taz, but Taz has decided that this is his bomb site. This is his home. And you cannot come into his home and wreck it. He is going to lock this place down, taking a lot of damage, VP, but they're somehow making this work for now at least.
They're extremely low though, so a bomb isn't down yet.
Chris doesn't exactly have the ideal weapon. I mean, it's one shot, one kill if he can land it on anybody, but we're going to be looking not at Legia now because he's dead. It's all about Chris. Whew. I mean, they're cutting it so close. Pasha and Bialy both have rifles to work with now as well, and Chris J gets caught out in the open. VP actually make the force buy work.
Yeah, and I mean, that's the thing. It's a gamble, right? So, I think that it was good that VP won that round, because otherwise they would probably be stuck in that scenario the entire game unless they want to save. But now instead they won the round, so it paid off for them.
So it's just gamble gaming pretty much what it boils down to. It's like, hey guys, if this works, we're gonna force them into the same position we were just in, and we can potentially run away with it. I mean, this is a big opportunity now for VP. They cannot let this pass. This opportunity slide, because they have to get rounds on the board now. If they can shut down Mousesports here, that's going to be a round of eco for Mousesports. And VP, they could potentially run it back.
Same strat again.
Oh, looking at Alu now. I think they just managed to get past below. He's going to manage to spot out Pasha. Gets a gun to work with as well. Runs straight into T-Pit, and he gets another kill. What? Okay, for a second there, I thought that Mousesports would actually come out on top, but then VP do manage to actually keep control of the situation. Still, Alu, though, heroic play from him.
Yeah, it's a good round by Alu. And I actually like the fact that VP took that semi-buy as a regular weapon round, because that's one thing that people actually do wrong as well, is when you're up against people that you know they buy CZs or P250s, they just want to try and out aim them. And what happens is you're gonna lose men, and all of a sudden the round can get turned. Instead, they're just running the same strat, because they know that Mousesports as of yet they don't have an answer for the round that they're doing. So just keep on running it.
Oh, and this could work here for Chris. I spoke too soon. Snacks will end him. It's down to Legia now, but not for long. He gets picked up as well. And that time around, Mousesports didn't really have much firepower, though. I think that was a hard eco out of Mousesports.
Yeah, that was a hard eco. I think what we might see now is, from VP, it's either going to be the same strat or it's going to be a fake. They're going to do the smokes and whatever, and they're going to end up going B, or even an A split.
They're taking the bomb up into B apartments right now, so this could be it. And look at this.
Yeah, I'm calling it.
The big calls.
It's going to be an A fake to B.
Does Taz commit, though? He is not there. Bialy's setting up for his smoke. It looks like they want to just hold and see if they're going to push.
They're just going to hold a little bit in the beginning, and then I think they're going to... Well, they might actually just go back and do the same play.
Well, we've got a good setup here for Mousesports as well. They're well within the smoke radius. If those smokes go down to block off electric, block off connector, they are standing right here. 2 guys alive right in front of Pit. This could be really rough for VP, actually, but here come the nades, and this is going to be the push coming through. Taz to lead the way. And guess what? Kerrigan is there. Does some damage. Takes out Pasha, actually. Taz not able to find the click on Tapson either. It's going to be Snacks to get that job done. Let's look at Alu, though. Goes rushing out. He's not quite fast enough, though. And Legia looking for his opportunity, his time to shine. Nope, not going to happen. And it's pretty much just down to Chris J. Despite Mousesports' best efforts in that scenario, they just can't actually make the pistols work.
Yeah, and I think VP actually saved that fake round that they have when Mousesports actually have weapons, because I think that they realized that, okay, Mousesports will probably save one more time. So let's just run the same play, because they won't have any nades, and they will only have pistols at most. So again, it was smart by VP.
Now the question is, now we have to see, is the call going to be on point? Are Virtus.Pro going to fake it now that they know that Mousesports are going to have guns?
Well, I think that there's going to be 2 scenarios to this. They're either going to run the same play, and they're going to keep on running it until it doesn't work anymore, and then the round after they will fake it. or they will think, well, we've run the same strat the whole T side, so now we can just fake it, because Mousesports will probably stack a bunch more people on A now.
That's a good point. I mean, they also have Kerrigan now on A side. This is also a fallback strat that Mousesports love on their CT side. Double op and Scar 20 on Kerrigan. So this is actually, you're running into a blender. Oh, but look, they do actually set up again. We can see things in the X-ray, but they are making this look like that same smoke A round. I wonder if that was a bit too fast, though. If the nades come in that early, does that send off alarm bells for you?
It does, especially since VP has actually made sounds in B. They were running in the B apps.
Yeah, that seems
they
like
should have done a little bit slower.
Maybe a little bit more patient. No need to really run in. Now we're going to actually go over to Kerrigan, who's just going to sit here and merrily hold down mouse 1. And pretty much this is going to be a highlight. Unless they can insta-headshot him, he is going to do sick damage. Yeah, this is so brutal. Ah, there it is. Bialy does find the headshot, though. Still 2 kills from Kerrigan. That's job well done for him. His team has got the man advantage in this retake. Bialy, in the meantime, has been pinned down now. So there isn't a whole lot of room for him to work with. There's 2 guys here, and he's about to get backstabbed as well. Chris J is pretty much the guarantee for Mousesports. This guy, they need to draw him out and not die. So Tabson getting caught there is a bit painful. But then Chris J coming up from behind does manage to get the job done. He was, as I was saying, pretty much the guarantee there for Mousesports. No matter what Bialy managed to do in that scenario, Chris J was supposed to end it.
Oh yeah, for sure. But yeah, VP there, it was I'd say it was a bit of a misplay. If they had just run the strat a little bit slower, and not, you know, you take your time and execute the strat properly. Because what happened there, they lost the entry frag, and Pasha went down at B, and then Chris J just basically took control out of B, and they knew that it was going to be A.
And they were able to rotate over solid.
Yeah, they have 1 at B, 3 at A.
Tabson, though. Top mid, they're going for the aggression of their own Mousesports. They're going to have to back off, though. This is scary, and they come rushing in through. Leggett does manage to take out Snacks. Great flash from Tabson. He gets 1. It looked for a second there that it was going to be a whole lot more, but somehow Neo, Bialy, they're just cleaning house, and it's just Alu now alive, the last man here for Mousesports. VP, the turn of speed actually works out for them. That seemed like it was by touch and go, though. Was there any way to predict that outcome?
Well, I don't know what happened to Mousesports, because they pushed mid, but they didn't have anyone watching underpass for them. So they got sandwiched together in mid, the 2 guys sitting there. And there's no way they can hold that if you have VP members coming out from both middle and underpass. If they had just had 1 person holding underpass for them, while 2 people just rush up mid, I'm pretty sure that the scenario would have been different.
I'm looking at Neo now. He's actually made steps. This should be an easy shot for Alu. Headshot to boot. Picks up a flash. He's going to be happy with that. Going to have himself a little party here in the kitchen. But you're right. That was definitely... Well, it's like, okay, but one thing I did like is that Mousesports didn't try to stick around. You know, they tried it, they flashed the top, and then they're like, okay, let's not hang around here, let's try and back off. But they just get caught by the guys pushing out from underpass for VP, and that's enough time where they can't really get out of there without suffering losses.
Yeah, especially when VP is actually taking over underpass extremely quickly, so their backup to mid is actually pretty fast. And it forces Mousesports to semi-buy again.
Yeah, it's going to be an awkward situation now. Chris J's got that AWP, but they don't have any of the fanciness. They don't have the Scar 20. They don't really have much. They're actually going for a gamble as well, Mousesports. 4 guys over on the B site, and only Alu holding in mid. VP, they could very well walk right out onto this A site.
Yeah, but I like this. This is a gamble from Mousesports that, you know, it's a 50-50 chance that they might end up going B. And if they don't, they will just save their weapons for next round, because they know that they have to save twice. So if they end up going A and they get the bomb down, Mousesports should just save their weapons that they have, and then, you know, you have a second chance next round to do the same thing.
Yeah, this is actually pretty slick. Alu not going to hit that shot there, however. He will find Taz. And Legia has managed to rotate in from that B site. It's going to be the Molotov sailing in to force Alu out into the open. Alu willing to take this fight. Misses a shot somehow, but he will get the follow-up. And now it's just Bialy alive on this A side along with Neo. The 2 of them turning this into a 2-on-2. Mousesports not really following through with the whole, you know, let's sit back and save. Turns out that with Alu's positioning, they decided to actually go for this.
Yeah, once they actually got 2 entries, then it's a legit call to actually go for it. It's a 5-on-3. You all have weapons and you all have armor, so they just got outgunned basically.
Yeah, that time around, it really didn't pan out for them at all. I did like Tabson tagging Neo through the box there at the end. That was some pretty cheeky stuff. I'm pretty sure Neo was just, he probably had that, you know, that what's going on face, where he's just like, wait, what? Is Chris J still alive? Oh wait, no, he's dead. No, guys, I'm joking. We gotta poke fun at Chris when we can.
Now it's looking extremely grim for Mousesports. They will buy next round, obviously, but they're not gonna have the weapons they want.
That's when it gets really tricky for them. I mean, I'm surprised that it wasn't more effective when they did go for the big buy, the double op and the Scar 20, because even with Kerrigan giving them the head start, like they weren't able to really carry it past that. VP instantly changed up their game and just got the punish out there. It seems like VP, they're just able to maintain momentum better than Mousesports at this point.
Yeah, that, and I mean, right after Mousesports actually won that round with the auto sniper and the op, they actually chose to push middle again, which is the one where they didn't have anyone holding underground. And then all of a sudden they lose that round, and again, they're money starved. They have no money to work with.
Yeah, that's what we can see right now. I mean, 2,000, 2,800 on Alu, that's the most that they have to work with. It's really not a whole lot when you're on your CT side. It's expensive being on the defense.
Especially on a map like Mirage, especially for Mousesports, since they do like to run with 2 snipers on their team. Then, you know, it costs a lot of money to maintain that.
Well, let's see here how things shape up now. VP 14th round, and now we have it. So Alu's going to be the glass cannon for him. They don't have enough for another op, though, so it's going to be rifles for the rest of the team. Although Chris J, what? Chris J decides to go straight CZ. Couple of nades. He could have gone for a FAMAS there, or even an M4. Yeah,
I'm not really sure why he chose that. Because, I mean, if they lose this round, they're on map point. Virtus.Pro is on map point. You want to buy up, not buy a CZ and 2 flashes and a smoke.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. I mean, that's planning a bit far ahead here when you still need to actually lock down the round, this round here, to stay alive and stay on this this first map. So let's see here how things go. VP gathering up for an A push. Once again, one sick thing is that Tabson is going in for the best of flanks right here. Already, actually, Kerrigan off to a good start. Does manage to do some big damage, but look at Tabson. Perfect flank. Shots them down. Pushes all the way through. And this is the flank here that actually could win Mousesports the round. Tabson even picks up Pasha, who is lurking in the apartments. What a play from him.
Yeah, nice round by Tabson. And that's what they needed to do. I mean, they need to win some rounds. And then, you know, if you're in such a dire situation like Mousesports are right now with, you know, bad economy and whatnot, you need to take a gamble. And, you know, Tabson pushing up middle, coming behind him, that was a great gamble to make.
That was just solid. And now all of a sudden it's a new lease on life here for Mousesports. They've got the Scar 20, they've got the double op. This could get brutal, and VP once again
going with the strat they know they work.
So let's see if they're going to be able to handle it. I mean, we're going to have to watch for Kerrigan here, because this is all Kerrigan has to do. This is all Kerrigan has to do. Just spray through. Even if he tags you, look at how low you get. Snacks is going to get no-scoped. He still gets tagged. Very low situation for him. Now it comes down to Mousesports just keeping their cool and executing the retake. They don't even... Whoa, Chris is hitting shots through the box now. Bialy gets dropped down low. That was some pretty slick play there by Chris. I'm curious to see if Bialy's going to find the headshot. But it's an impossible situation now for the remaining VP members. They get ground into dust, and they should be able to save the Scar 20 here. Kerrigan, they do manage to get it. Chris, just at the nick of time, passes his gun over to Legia, so they will be able to save everything they want there, Mousesports. But that was about as good as it gets there for Mousesports. They just obliterated them.
Yeah, and I think their setup was good as well. They had Kerrigan pretty much all alone on the A site with an auto sniper, because they know, okay, if Kerrigan hits, let's say 3 people, he doesn't have to kill them. As long as he hits them, then, you know, we're fighting versus 3 people that's at like 50 HP, if not less.
Mm-hmm.
So he did his job, even though he didn't get. I think he might have gotten 1, or even if he didn't get anyone, he did his job by just hitting people.
Oh, this is a different scenario entirely. This is really cool here by VP.
Full smoke round onto the B site. They leave the windows open. There's the flash to slow things down, though. Sick flash. Perfect timing from Legia. He's going to get the follow-up one as well. That's going to just really cut this push in half. Chris and Alu are already landing shots from the kitchen. They're just holding this down solid. They will manage to get this bomb plant, but the man advantage situation is here for Mousesports. And if they peek out, they should be getting clipped. Although it looks like VP do manage to actually get into a situation where they can hold here.
I think Mouse is in trouble here. They're going all from kitchen, and that's not something you really want to do.
Well, they're going for the straight aggression. Neo gets overwhelmed, and it's Bialy who gets actually caught out in the open. Somehow, the melee winds up with Mousesports coming out on top. That man advantage working their way. They were able to just trade bodies, pretty much.
Yeah, but again, it was like, yeah, it worked out for them. But if you look at it, there's 2 choke points coming out of kitchen, and they're all very tiny. And you have 3 VP members alive. The chances are, if you start shooting at someone in the kitchen, you might get 2 because the choke points are so small.
Yeah, that's what you're wondering. They did give them quite a bit of room to work with there. Now this is really problematic for VP. I mean, they're going to go for another smoke round on A, it looks like, but at this point, Mousesports have learned how to deal with this push once it starts coming in.
Yeah, but Pasha is actually chilling out in the middle now, trying to flank from connector, so this might actually be a good play.
Let's see. Unfortunately, he only has the Glock. He's going to have to land a 6 shot. Oh, he gets the double headshot on Alu. He's not going to make it out. He does make it out alive. Are you kidding? Pasha still. They've dropped the bomb. They've eviscerated the entire push, and he is going to get flanked by Kerrigan in the end, but Pasha, he manages to actually make that work and get a kill out of that situation. But this is now worst case scenario for VP. They have to play for overtime.
Yeah, and to be honest, what I would go with here would be either fake the A round again or A split. But I think they're going with the same A play because they know they've been getting rounds.
No, they are. They're just going to keep hammering them here on this site. I'm really curious. I kind of wish.
Yeah, but look at this. Mousesports have no one at B. It's like they know that it's going to happen.
Is it like VP or 2? Or do you think this is the point where it's like that point of no return where VP are starting to get a bit too predictable?
Yeah, I mean, because VP, obviously, they're going to go with something that they know is going to work, right? But the problem is that Mousesports know this. And they have pretty much... They have it under control.
No, we're looking now.
And Tabson again coming from behind.
Yeah, and the flashes that are going out are buying so much time. Bialy finds the headshot, but Tabson, this is the perfect position for him. Drops Neo. He can't stop the bomb from making it cross, though, and is actually losing teammates left and right. He gets the nade onto Bialy, but the bomb itself manages to get onto the site and get planted. So, Taz, good job there. Pasha and Taz, though, not in the best positions. Taz does manage to back off, but Pasha's going to get wallbanged down. Are you kidding? This is all down to Taz now, 1v2, and he's caught in a corner. Whoa, he does get that shot onto Chris, though. This is getting a little bit scary here. Tabson, fairly low, going for the molly, but Taz just barely falls short. So close.
That was... I think that round should have been way more in Mouse's favor than it was.
That was way too close. That, I think, has a lot to do with Bialy, who's nearly dropping 30 frags also.
Yeah, Bialy is playing amazing. And he has been. He was playing amazing yesterday as well.
That's really impressive. I mean, he played, yeah, you're right. I mean, man of the match sort of performance yesterday, pretty much in the finals as well. Just did so much good work. But VP, despite their best efforts, they actually lose to Mousesports on Mirage. So there we have it. That's the start we were looking for here. I believe the second map that's going to come up here after this is going to be Cash as well. So VP are good on Cash, but real quick before we go to the break, who do you think is going to come out ahead on Cash?
I think VP is going to win on Cash. But I also think that if Mousesports has any chance of winning this best of 3, then it was because they won Mirage. If they didn't win Mirage, then I don't think they would have won both Cash and what's that?
Inferno is the third map.
Inferno, yeah. No, yeah. So in order for them to actually win this best of 3, I do believe they have to win Cash, but I think it's going to be extremely difficult for them.
Well, there we have it, guys. We're going to take a very short break, and when we come back, we'll be here with our second map of the night, this best of 3, the BenQ All-Star Show match, as you guys can see. But we will be back in just a few moments.